Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to today's Sewensville episode. Today, we're talking about upscale and upcycle.
Yes.
All things. We have some
All the things.
fun things to share with you today. We have like a basket underneath our desk here to
hopefully inspire you. Yeah.
Yes, it's actually been inspiring myself. I'm inspired digging into this and reminiscing about some fun things that we're going to show today. So,
yeah, it's definitely been fun doing a little bit of homework, trying to like find some things. And that's been a fun thing about this podcast, I think, is that we've ourselves have had to try to find out, we've had to do the homework. We've had to look and see what can we upscale? What can we upcycle?
I know. Reuse, recycle.
What can we reuse? What have we done in the past? What can we do now? And so that's been really fun. And we're excited to share some ideas with you.
And we want you to share your ideas with us. Again, we always love the engagement. We love hearing where you guys are tuning in from and sharing any way that you guys upcycle and recycle. And anyway, it has been fun. It's a trip down memory lane, I think, for both of us.
Yeah.
To like go through some of our stuff. And anyway, so
it's been really fun.
Yeah.
So a few things. We would still love to hear some of your quilt stories. So if you guys are interested in sharing some of those with us, please send in your quilt stories to Karen at Caterpillar.com. I would love to see your pictures. If you have pictures, we'll share them on. We would love to share them. We'd love to share them here on our podcast if you're willing. We'd love to see pictures. We'd love to hear your stories. We just think that making quilts is so personal, and a lot of these quilts have just amazing little stories. I think I shared this before, but a couple of weeks ago, I was at just a little local festival. They had a quilt show, and each of the quilts had these little papers attached that said, who the quilt maker was, and just a little blurb about, them making it and why they made it. And there were a lot of fun stories attached to these quilts. Like there was one where a woman had been traveling in London and she had collected all these tea towels, and then she made this quilt from the tea towels that she collected. And I thought, what a fun quilt story. And there are so many. There's so many. And so I would love to hear, even if it's just short like that, I would love to show a picture of your quilt. I'd love to share the story. And if you're willing, I would love to make that a regular part of our podcast. 100%. So please send those in. Send them in. Yes. We would love to hear them.
Yes, we love it. We know that every quilt has a story behind it. You're making it for a granddaughter or somebody, and sometimes there's some funny fails along the way and all mishaps. And anyway, it brings just a fun personal touch to our live. We want to hear from, we love hearing from you guys. That's what makes this so great. So yes, submit some fun pictures and stories. And because so many times we go to these quilt shows and we're like, they're so cute. And you see the name of the quilt and who it's by, but it just had so much more meaning to be able to find out.
And we know that you guys spend a lot of time on these. And we know that there are hours of love and labor that go into them. And we would love to hear, what are you thinking about while you're making these? Like, who are you making them for? Like, what's the story? Please share.
Yeah. That reminds me really quick. Let me share a little story. The first quilt I made was for my husband, and he lived in Paris for a couple of years, and he gifted me the soundtrack to The Hunchback of Notre Dame, but it was all in French. It was the French version, and I listened to that the entire time I quilted. Every time I quilted, I listened to that music, and I didn't know what was being said because it was in French. But every time I hear that music or look at the quilt, it brings back a flood of memories.
That is so cool. Yeah.
Even just something like that, just something, or the time of year, the smells, the scent. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So share it.
Share it. We would love to hear it.
Awesome. Okay, so should we dive into?
I think that we have something coming up.
Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Oh my gosh. Okay, everybody listen up.
the most exciting thing.
This is so sorry. This is the most exciting thing. I get talking, I'm a talker. We have something that we've been working on and we're about to launch it for all of you out there. It's been really fun and time consuming but it's coming. So
it is coming.
Keep an eye on
beginning
our socials.
Of September.
Yes, beginning of September, which is like in a few days.
Yeah.
So we have a tentative launch date for the 5th. However, it might be a few days after that. So, but we want you to know that something really fun and exciting is coming that we've been working on, and we can't wait to share it with you. So keep an eye on our socials because we'll be posting about it and promoting it, and then we will do a live to talk all about it. So that will be our next live. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, aunts and uncles, ever. Come on. Anyway,
yes,
sorry, almost forgot that. That's super fun and super important.
We don't want to forget that because it's going to be really exciting, and we've been working on this together all summer, and we're really excited to share. We hope you guys are excited, and so keep an eye out. It's going to be so fun.
Just in time for fall and the holidays.
In time for fun. Linda from
Hi,
California.
Linda.
Linda, I think I remember last time you said you had a quilt story, and I have not seen it yet. So
you
send it in.
Didn't you say that your grandmother or you like sewed the upholstery in like a 1950 something? Didn't you say post something? If you did, and I read it last week, I think you had a comment. I don't know. Anyway, we'd love to hear that story.
We would love
if
to
that's
hear.
one of your stories. You probably have one of many, but all right. Should we jump into some of our
Well, should
projects?
we talk about like why should you upcycle?
Why do we upcycle? Why is it important? Do any of you do it out there? I'm sure you do. People are so resourceful.
People are resourceful. And I think that like it's maybe a little bit coming back now. People were very thrifty. Back in the day.
Yes,
like
they were.
I would say like my grandparents' age, extremely thrifty. They reused everything. There's a saying like, use it up, wear it out. Oh, I wish I could remember it.
Yes, I know. I've heard that too.
It's like basically they didn't throw out anything. You just reused it for every.
You altered it. You changed it as far as like clothing or, and even way back, even 50 years ago. Before then, I mean, think of like the Pilgrims and how they would make their like those cute round rugs out of just scraps of old clothing that didn't, that were falling apart. That they had, that they would make into those cute round rugs. Like people are so creative, and Pinterest was not around.
That is true. I mean, there are a lot of, so we live in Utah. There's a lot of old pioneer history here, and they have, they'll have displays of those old rugs that they would make.
They're like rope, but they're like rag rugs. Kind of like a jelly rug. I think that's kind of what people. I don't know.
Probably what inspired those, but they just used every little scrap that they had. People did not throw things away.
No, they didn't.
I mean, think about it. They didn't have garbage men in the 1800s.
Or they couldn't afford it. They couldn't afford to go out and buy new. And I think that is something that our generation kind of like, oh, we don't have any socks. Let's go out and buy them. Guilty sometimes.
Not only that, but you're just let me grab my phone and just get on Amazon. And, it's so easy now that we don't really have the mindset of, oh, maybe we should try to figure something out. Totally. I mean, it's crazy. There are people out there that, I mean, I've seen people use duct tape to make all kinds of things.
I know, and it's fun, and it's a challenge. And honestly, it's making me I could probably save a lot of money if I did this and use my, the resources that I have. And to be honest, I'm not really good at like upcycling. I have a few examples I'll show today, but so I need to. This is a restart for me.
Yeah. And it is a creative challenge. I would say it's definitely a creative challenge. There's been a few people that I've like found on Instagram and things that are very creative, and
Oh
they
yeah.
not only take things that I would probably never look twice at, but they turn it into something amazing. Like I saw one girl, she took a, to be honest, hideous shirt and like a denim
Oh,
jacket, I think.
cute.
And she cut it into little squares, and she turned this, she like patchworked it and turned it into a makeup case. It was so cute.
So cute.
It was so cute. And
That's
I was
clever.
like, my mind would have never thought to do that. But
Yeah.
she somehow, I mean, the creativity, I feel like if you do it a lot too, probably like it gets the
spurs.
juices flowing.
Totally.
But for me,
Yeah.
I was like, I did not.
Well, another fun thing about upcycling and repurposing things, they're one of a kind. Now they become one of a kind. You're never going to see it at a store. And when people, I kind of actually hate when I'm like, oh, where is this from? I made it. It's like, oh, fine. I can't go buy it, you know, but anyway, so there's lots of special, like different ways to look at it. So
Yeah, for sure.
love that. Love that so much.
Okay. Well, should we show
Yes.
some fun
Should we pull up
examples?
let's pull up the
basket.
The basket. It's like the cutest little basket. We're so excited to show you some of the things in our basket. Want me to go first?
Yeah. I mean, let's just pull them
Just
out.
pull them out. Okay. Maybe I'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, talking about, because you were saying shirts, right? I'm going to come sit down here. Let's talk about these really quick.
Okay.
Look how cute these are. We both have one of these.
Okay, so these are actually our sister-in-law made these for us from our, we've talked about before, our mother-in-law passed away. These were her shirts. And
she loved plaids and blues and whites.
We always kind of tease because she definitely had a distinctive style.
Well, do you remember she would tease? She would say, I'm just in my uniform again.
Yeah.
She called it her uniform.
She called it her uniform, and she did, because she was definitely like very classy, very classic style. But these were some of her old shirts, and our sister-in-law, her youngest daughter, repurposed these into like little cute little pillows for us.
For all the sister-in-laws, the whole family got one.
The whole family got one for Christmas last year.
How cute.
But
so cute. And then she, you know, what was really cute too, is she gave us these. She always had this stationery or little note cards. So she somehow figured out how to turn it into, I mean, you can do that, print it on fabric. And it's so cute. It says, this is my shirt I used to wear. Whenever you hold it, know that I'm there.
I know.
And then it just fits in this little pocket, and my kids love it. And it's just like such a great way to repurpose, especially from someone that has passed away. And I know that I've heard of other people making quilts out of people's shirts.
Yeah, you could make quilts. I mean, there's all kinds of things you could do. I've even heard of people making like little doll clothes and like all kinds of things out of, or kids' clothes.
Oh yeah,
out of like adult size dress shirts, which is crazy.
Little dresses.
They're
with the little button. Yeah, with like men's shirts or like so.
But anyway, but these were cute and sentimental. And
yes,
special,
they're a little keepsake now.
Shout out to our sister-in-law who made these for us.
Lindsay, if you're out there. Her name's also Lindsay.
Yep, her name is also Lindsay.
Speaking of, while we're talking about our mother-in-law, she made these cute, this is not the cutest. These cute little, like, I don't know, dolls. This is a little bunny. Is she not cute? She made her completely. Like this was all, she didn't buy any, well, this is what she repurposed. She would go buy little dress shirts or little remnant pieces of fabric and turn them into like a little doll clothing. And she'd cut up sweaters for like the little knit socks down here. Oh my gosh, it's just like so cute. I just love this little bunny around. She just sits and watches over us.
She's so cute.
And she made tons of these, and she would sell them, and she would give them away as gifts. And
she was a garage sale queen.
She was.
She would wake up at the crack of dawn on
little-
Saturdays and scout out all the garage sales.
Yeah, she would.
And she was a treasure hunter. She would find really great stuff. And we went with her a couple times. And
she knew what was quality
she
too.
knew what was quality, and she would find it.
She'd probably
and she would say, like, she'd be like, oh, we can turn this into,
let me show you
something else.
Speaking of, I kept this because I was like, this is like a classic. I think it's wool. I think it's 100% wool. But we were going through some of her cute clothes. This is a pencil skirt. Is that not like the cutest plaid?
So cute.
And I was like, I want to keep this. But if you look closely, she found this somewhere, no doubt, when she was shopping. And she was little, tiny, petite. And so this is a size 12. So no way that would just like fallen right off her. But anyway, she was like, she would always say, we can cut that down. If it's too big, we can alter it. And we would look at each other. Karen and I were like, well, we don't know how to do that. So this was an unfinished one that I'm like, I wonder if I could one day figure out how to finish it. And I don't know, maybe wear it or give it to one of her daughters or something. But that was just who she was. She would figure out a way, because she was like, well, it's on sale and this is this is all wool and it's only, like $10. Let's chop it down and make it fit. Anyway,
Linda says it looks like a parochial school uniform.
But
it's cute.
It does.
It's cute.
It's cute. It has its place. Like how cute for fall, little pencil skirt. But I love it. I love the comments. They're great. You know that our mother-in-law.
Dress that up. It would be cute. It's cute.
Or you could turn this into something else. Like you could make a
mean,
little doll clothing out of it or
honestly,
something.
how cute would this be for a little like teddy bear sweater vest? You could. I'm just
now the wheels are turning. I know.
Wheels are turning.
It's really fun. It's really, really, really fun.
I don't know. One thing
was so good at that.
Well, I was gonna say one thing that like we've discovered. So we both have 4 kids, and both of us it goes. Oh. Like, well, for me, it's girl, boy. For her, it's boy, girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's opposite genders
with space between.
Yeah. And so, we thought we'd be smart when we're like having kids and save our baby clothes. And then by the time we get to the next child of the same gender, we pull out baby clothes and realize they're just like, they don't save. All of the baby clothes that went in looking fine, we pull out and they're yellow. And
yellow.
The elastics.
Yes,
I think
I pulled out some, because my girls there's a very big gap. And of course I didn't know that I would have like another girl, but I figured I wanted to save them. And I'm sad because I had to throw all of those away. I couldn't save anything because the elastics were all brittle. And so all these cute little skirts and little shorts and pants, like all little kid clothes stuff has elastic in it. And it was all destroyed. And now I regret, I don't know if you feel the same way, not giving it to somebody and letting somebody use it. There was tons of life left in it when I boxed it. And I cleaned it and I boxed it. And like you said, things looked yellow and it just sat and rotted in my boxes. And so that's one regret that I have, because I had to throw all that away after that many years. Maybe after a year or two, if you've got like a smaller gap. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think if it's a smaller gap, it probably would be fine. But it's those longer gaps that just like, it was just so sad.
I know.
Because it's the same. I've got like 5.5 years between my girls, and I have 8.5 years between my boys. And so things just did not work.
And you could have given him to me.
I know. Well, I know that's the thing. And I actually did end up. So after like, the first like baby stuff, I did end up passing through like nieces and nephews. But it was like the very first, I was like, oh, this is like so sad. And so I do still have a few things that are sentimental value. But for the most part, like baby clothes, I just didn't keep. And like seasons and everything when they're that little,
true.
They don't.
Well, didn't your seasons, were they complete opposite? They were for me.
Yeah, right? And they were
seasons were different.
Yeah, burp stained clothes, but we didn't know they were burp stained when we put them in, which is the sad thing.
We cleaned them and they looked white and crisp, and we packed them up.
Fine, but it's just funny after they like sit. I think it's just like the stain
oxidizes or something.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
It was
I
hot.
will say, just like you said, some of my favorite little dresses, I'm going to show you in a minute, little handmade special ones or just really expensive, nice ones. I did just hang them in my closet
Hmm.
and they still look really good.
Yeah.
So I think it was something to do with just like sitting in my storage room,
No airflow.
yeah, no airflow, something. So
I
I'm
know.
glad I saved some of those, my favorite pieces. And anyway, so, but another good thing to
When this
do.
says her girls were born 4.5
Oh,
years apart, but the
yes,
seasons were opposite. That was exactly the same thing. My
us
one
too.
daughter was October, 5.5 years later, April, and it was just
That's
didn't
exactly
work.
mine
Yeah.
too. Mine too. So it doesn't always work. But I will say, if you don't have anyone to pass it to, there are a lot of like places. So I don't know if Kid to Kid is nationwide, but you take it to like what are they called? Like secondhand stores.
Yeah.
And
Goodwill.
yeah, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
Savers, Goodwill, and
Yeah. There's a lot of like
some
clothing swaps and things like that too.
yes. So like I think Kid to Kid will pay you for they'll look at your stuff and so you can, make a
Yeah.
little money, I guess, and
Well,
put it towards new clothes that
and I will tell you this. So this is my little hack that I've done with my girls because they are like kind of apart. So when I buy my daughter a dress, my older daughter, I buy it big, and then I just take the help
sleeves.
me, yes,
Sleeves.
the sleeves, the straps up, and the
Oh.
waist in. So it's a long dress, and
Like
then
you
as
felt
she, yeah, it's
oh.
so easy. And then as she grows, we just like kind of let it out, and then it has like more life. I don't know if that's technically considered like upcycling. And then the
Yeah,
same thing.
it's
Then
a
she
hack.
passes it to her younger sister, and the same thing. Then it's like a long dress, and then it like lives for a
That's
long
really
time.
smart. Linda would have our mother-in-law would have loved that
Oh,
you do that.
I did that when she was around. Like
Did
I've
she
done it
teach
for
you how to do
years.
that?
No.
Karen's little modest over here.
Yeah.
She can she can do so many little things that I surprise me all the time.
No.
That's awesome. Here in California, we had let's see, Once Upon a Child.
Once Upon a Child in
Yes,
California.
awesome.
Yeah, I know there's places like that everywhere. And
That was
even clothing swaps. I've seen like even just neighborhoods like organized
oh yeah,
clothing swaps. Our
garage sales.
neighborhood has organized like a clothing swap where they're like, everybody bring your clothing from ages, whatever.
Yeah.
And you just go and swap for the sizes that you need. And
Shoes. That's a good way.
shoes.
I've got because
My kids are hard on shoes.
are they?
Yeah.
My kids are pretty hard on shoes too,
But not like baby shoes. Baby shoes.
yes, I know.
I feel like they always look so pristine because they don't even like stay on their little
They don't
feet.
walk.
If you still have two shoes, because usually they like kick one off.
That's so true. Oh my gosh. Cute. I love that. So I know speaking of clothes, I've got some cute ones that I wanted to share that have been passed down. So these are probably maybe 40 years old. So my grandma, maybe I've showed this before, but my grandma made this and I wore this once. Maybe could still fit.
So cute.
Just kidding. Isn't this the cutest? So I have pictures of me wearing this. I think it was made for my older sister. I have two older sisters, so that's why I'm like, it's probably 40 plus years ago. And of course, the elastic is all, pretty much brittle and falling apart. But I have pictures of me wearing this, and then I put my littlest girl and took pictures of her in it. And it's just like it's an heirloom, and it's like hand me down, and it's like so sweet. So we have all these like generations
That's so cute.
of us, or I guess 2 generations of us wearing this. So if I can keep it nice, maybe we can get a 3rd generation. And this is another one of this one's pretty yellowed, but isn't this so cute? And there's actually a little coat that goes over it that I didn't bring up.
That is
the
so
collar's
cute.
yellow, but look at this. Oh, I have a tiny head, everyone. I actually really do.
That's cute.
Well, either the baby has really a big head, or my head's a pinhead. I'm not sure, but it's so cute. The little scalloped edge and these little like grove green ribbons. But I know, isn't that cute? I'm shocked that. And then this I wanted to share is I made this, and I was like so proud of myself. It was my first
cute
little dress I made for my little girl 2 years ago, 2 falls ago. And
I didn't know you made this.
oh,
This is
really?
so cute.
Oh, thanks. It was my first attempt. And speaking of my mother-in-law, you guys, I'd never made any clothing. This is just a sweet little story that I wanted to share. I sat at my dining room table, totally perplexed. I could not figure out how to read this pattern because I'd never read like a clothing pattern before. And there was no video to watch. I just visual. And I had like, I don't know, a quickening or something. I know that my mother-in-law was there with me to like help me. Because all of a sudden I would have these like, aha, I know what this means. I get it. And I'm like, oh, I get emotional thinking about it. But she, from the other side, you guys, helped me quilt this or help me make this. Anyway,
This is
so
so cute. Too.
it was the very first attempt. It's not perfect, but that's okay. I'll take it.
Pretty. I would never guess this was handmade. It looks so good.
You're
I'm
kind.
serious.
Look at the zipper. It's all frayed and messed up. But anyway,
No, it looks
it's
great.
okay. I did it all on my own. And I'm hoping that I can pass it down. And actually, I didn't have this attached, but I had a really cute grosgrain bow that I tied that goes under the collar. Anyway, it was cute.
That is so cute.
So I wanted to share those. I thought those were special to me.
Love it.
Oh, thank you.
Love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what else?
Well, jinx. 1, 2, 3. We actually did a fun kind of an upcycle live a few months back. What was that? Was that for Father's Day?
That was for Father's Day. So just
Anyone
a
caught
little,
that?
we'll harken back a little bit. So I don't know if anybody remembers these. We were having a couple of technical difficulties, but we did do some of these where we recovered the frame, the matting in these old frames with fabric to just make like a cute, update these frames a little bit.
So cute.
So easy and fun. Sorry, the window is kind of
there's a little bit of a glare. So what was so fun about these is we just had fabric because everyone has scraps, right?
Fabric, yeah.
And I think that both of these were about the size of like a fat quarter too. So everyone I know has fat quarters laying around that they didn't end up using. So it's a great way to repurpose and reuse what you have already at home. And so these came together really fun and really quick.
Yeah.
So
just an easy way. And I've even seen where people will cover the frame too. So if like your frame is in bad shape and you don't feel like painting, I've seen people just use the same fabric and just cover the whole frame.
Wow.
And it's honestly so cute. Easy way to like repurpose something and just turn it into art. And
love it.
It's cute and simple. And if you want to go back and look at that old one, it's on our YouTube channel. I apologize because I think we were having some internet issues, but
sorry.
It is very simple. Maybe one day we'll redo it.
I would say it was mid-June, Father's Day. Anyway, it was before Father's Day, so probably the week before Father's Day, if you want to go back and look at that one. And then you can change them out. Like I actually did one that I didn't like, and I just carefully pulled it apart and put another cute,
Yeah, the nice thing is that fabric kind of covers all your sins. You don't have to see it.
That's true. It does cover all your sins. That's cute. That's so funny. Okay, I also wanted to share this. This sat on my grandma and grandpa's guest bed. I think it was actually on my aunt's bed. But it then became the guest bed. And when we were going through all the things, going through the house, everything was piled on top of the bed and nobody claimed this. And I was like, oh, it is all hand sewn. Every single stitch of this is hand sewn. And so when you're making your quilts, they are hand me down. Like they can last for centuries, as you know. Like this is probably 50 years old. There's some stains. It's been loved. I tried really hard. If anyone knows a good way to get out some, I think I folded it in a way that you can't see some of the stains, but just some yellowing. But they're keepsakes, they're heirlooms, and that is one thing that I love about this, like this industry, if you will, is that they last forever. And really, quilting and sewing are like it's all encompassing of like recycling and reusing again and again and again. So
Yeah. Speaking of, I actually want to show you guys. So at that quilt show that I was at a few weeks ago, there was the cute. So how many of you guys save your selvages?
salvage
Because
edges.
I had never heard of this before, but there was the cutest quilt, and I'm going to show you guys this picture
This is so cute.
of,
I couldn't go to this. I'm so sad, but she came home and sent me all these pictures of these quilts.
look at this.
Oh,
So this quilt is made with all of these cute little selvage edges.
oh my
I don't know if you
gosh.
can see those. I'll show you a
Can you
close-up
zoom in?
picture.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So how cute. It's like a bunting. It's like a little banner. She made that look
So
like a
each
little,
one of those little triangles is
strips.
made from selvage edges thrown together. And I was like, how cute and creative is that? That each of those little triangles is made from the selvage edges. And what a like a history of all of the fabrics that you've used too.
That is
Like
so
how
true.
fun is that she made this giant quilt with all of her
That is a
fabrics that
lot
she's
of salvage.
used. Yeah. I thought that was so cute and so
It's so
creative.
cute and a good use. She didn't have to buy any new fabric.
Yeah.
I mean, she
It was
maybe had to
just
buy some, but
literally made from garbage like scraps. I'm
yeah,
like, well,
I
maybe
throw those
I
away.
should start saving. Like, I'm like, oh
Maybe.
no, like what do I need to?
Oh no, I know, I know.
But I just thought that those were so cute. But here's
Mm.
the full thing again. And anyway, so darling, so creative.
That looks pretty big. How big do you think it was?
It was like 8 by 10 for
Oh
sure.
my
It was
gosh.
huge.
That is huge.
It was huge.
That is so amazing. Yep, I love it.
But
How do you?
I don't know. People
What?
are creative.
They are creative. I feel very
Yeah.
not uncreative. That's what I feel like.
Well, Linda says one of the ladies in her guild used selvages to make a tote bag.
So
I know.
cute.
People are creative. They use all kinds of things. There's
I need to save
another
more.
idea for people to, reuse your scraps. Make a tote bag. I wonder how it turned out. I would love to see that.
I know. Oh, I'm sure it was darling. Yeah. How do you guys upcycle? Like, how do you? I'd love to hear if anyone has any comments of any of the things that we discussed. Because I don't know, it sparks creativity and inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys have any ideas, we would love to hear your ideas. Like, there's.
Oh yes. Have you guys seen those quilt jackets that people reuse? They cut up old vintage quilts and make the cutest quilt jackets. That is amazing. That's a great way to keep those alive because, again, a lot of them are stained or torn, after centuries, literally centuries. And they give them new life and they're cute. They're so on trend right now. Everyone has them. And I need to learn how to make them because they are a little pricey.
They are.
I follow somebody that, yes. Did you see that one at the Alpine show? Did you see hers?
So at Alpine Days, the same festival, there was a cute lady that she sells those quilt jackets. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I go and I look at them. They were like $300. And I was like, well, right now, but they were darling.
I've seen some of hers, same lady. She sells them, not trying to. She actually does for
I'm not saying
$500.
It's not worth it.
No,
I actually think
is.
it's totally worth
We're
it.
just
I just can't right now. And like someday I would love to, but I just can't right now.
Oh, 100%. She does such a good job. She's amazing at making these. I would love to have her come on here one day and talk about that. She's local and but no, she people pay it, and if I felt like I could, I would in a heartbeat because they are so cute and so well made. So
yeah,
anyway,
they're so darling, but
so creative.
Anyway, what about? Do you want to show your little?
Oh yeah,
I'm like, there you go.
It was a surprise. Sorry, one more thing. I made this over the weekend. I know we're kind of running out of time, but I made this little bear. And the little story behind it is super little basic. I was out of town, and I love yard sales and garage sales too. And I found like a box full of just random fabrics, but they were all cute. I didn't have a chance to go through and look and see like how big each piece was. They're just scraps. Some of them were big, some of them were like cut up and like, just little. But anyway, I had this fabric, but it wasn't enough to, I don't know, make into a quilt or a little dress or something. So I turned it into this little bear, and I love it.
This
Actually,
is like the cutest.
my
It's
kids
so
loved
cute.
it too. They're all like fighting over it to play with, and it's just super simple. But I was like, I used vintage fabric, and it was all upcycled. And then I just ripped this little piece of fabric to make the little bow. And I actually didn't have any batting, and I used an old pillowcase that I opened up that I was going to toss anyway because the outside looked, I don't know, a kid had a bloody nose on it. True, it's real. I'm not lying. But so I opened it up and took the stuffing out of it that I was just going to toss and made this.
Hey,
so
that is like the true upcycling spirit.
That's
right
true.
there.
That's true. I was like, oh, you know what? I wanted to do it. I had some time, and how great and easy would this be to give to like as a little baby gift attached to a gift, just this little bear. Yeah, so cute. There's no eyes. My kids were like, where are the eyes? I'm like, well, you could put little button eyes, like I could, but I
Yeah,
just
you
liked it
could.
simple. I just thought it was cute. So thanks for
Cute.
reminding
Well,
me.
for a baby, you don't want probably.
Yeah, you just want it to be
anything.
easy and
Yeah.
like small, and I don't know. So
I love it.
that is my true upcycle most current project, and I almost forgot to share that because I was like,
No, I love it.
wanted it to be a surprise for you too. And so anyway, she knew that I had something
I
that I wanted
thought.
to share. She saw it. I put it in the
thought.
bag. I put it in the basket. So
All right. Well,
Oh,
we
this was
hope that
fun.
you guys are inspired to like upcycle, reuse, and recycle and upscale and just do all of the things.
All yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if you do, we would love to hear. Remember to send your quilt stories in. I'll
Yes.
put my email address up one more time
Yeah.
because we really would love to hear any of your quilt stories.
Or
Send them
any of
in.
your upscale stories, really anything that you really want to share, even like
Yeah.
sewing in general.
Yep.
But yeah, maybe as some homework, you guys can go home and find something fun and creative to do over this long Labor Day weekend.
Yes,
And use what you have.
It's getting colder.
I know, I love it.
This is craft season, guys.
I know.
This is craft season.
Get a nice like cup of warm drink and a good podcast to listen to, music or something.
Spooky stories. I have some book recommendations, you guys.
We should do a live about. Karen has all the good recommendations for that.
I love books. I read like at least one a week. But
Karen,
I know. I love it.
I love things I learned about you. I mean, I knew you read, but I didn't realize that often.
Oh,
a book a week.
A book a week at least. But one other thing, just a quick reminder, is we still have our Perfect Pairs bundles are on sale up until Friday. Is the last
Oh my gosh, take advantage of those.
So take advantage. I'm pretty sure this code is still active. So if it's not, I'm sorry.
And guess what? Our bundles are already discounted.
They're already discounted.
So
this is a great code.
Stack the code.
Get the discount on the pair. Get your extra 20% off. Get all of your tools ready for your fall crafting. You guys want to be ready.
This is time.
Game on.
I love this time of year.
Get some good book recommendations from me next time.
I know. Okay, you're gonna have to do that. You have to follow through.
Okay, we'll start with I just finished.
Okay, awesome. And then come back and follow us. Of course, you probably do. But if you don't follow us on our socials. We're trying to grow over on TikTok too. We want to be a part of the TikTok family over there. So go follow us on TikTok. But pay attention because we have this fun launch that's coming up. So look for the promotion for that coming soon. We want you to be a part of it.
And don't forget to join our Caterpillar Creations Hub Facebook group. Show us all of your projects. We would love to see them. And we always try to respond over there if we see something that you've posted. So make sure that you get on there, and yeah,
Okay.
we hope that we see you next time. And remember,
Yes.
stay tuned. Be looking for our launch in September.
Yes.
We're
Soon.
really excited.
The
Really
next week or
soon.
two.
Really
Okay.
soon.
Yes. We
Okay.
love you all. Thanks for joining
Yep.
us.
Thank
Happy
you.
crafting.
See ya.
See ya. Bye-bye.